The streak. My wife and I have been together for 10 years and have 3 children together. We have our ups and downs and, in all honesty, I have not paid enough attention to her over the years. Blamed her for the kids and haven't been there enough for them. In May of this year, we were both out having a good time and we both got pretty drunk. I went to bed and she stayed up. She cheated on me that night with one of my good friends. She admitted it the next day and felt horrible. I handled it like a crying baby and asked for all sorts of reassurances that didn't last very long from her. She seemed remorseful but not as much as I thought she should be. She is very prideful and has a big problem telling the truth, small or big. This occurrence, however, was a wake-up call for me that I needed to spend more time with my family and making sure my wife's needs were met. I think I did a fairly good job at this, but she often didn't think so. So, 5 months go by and I am looking at cell phone bills considering switching carriers and notice like 600 texts back and forth between a certain number. So, I go get her phone and look through the texts and there are none there. Deleted. Look in the contacts and it's her boss. Go back 6 months, there may be 8 a month. Then 2 to 4 weeks after her cheating on me and they skyrocket. So, I confront her. She says she deleted them so I wouldn't be jealous that she texted her boss so much. Then later she said it was due to patient confidentiality, medical field. I called BS and that if there was nothing to hide it shouldn't be hidden. So, I let it lie low and just watch. Now I am thinking, around that time frame is when she started to run, new habit, started caring more about her clothes, dirty underwear, hair, makeup, stuff she never paid as much mind to before. She is fairly new to this job and it is a secretarial type so appearance can matter. We go on vacation and get back and I look at her text right before we left. She deleted one from her boss again. Not all but just one. I confront her and she freaks out about me going through her phone, treating her like a child, and then tells me she is done. I ask her to keep trying to make it work between us and she agrees. Then her Christmas part comes around and she basically tells me she doesn't want me to go because she won't have fun because I won't have fun because the other man will be there. Even though there isn't anything going on, I think there is. I'm pissed but agree to watch the kids. She is late coming home but I don't believe anything happened as the OMW and kids were there as well. So, I keep wondering what is really going on. Tearing me apart, can't eat, can't sleep well, totally unproductive at work, ruining Christmas for me. Well, the other day I confessed to my boss what was going on. Told him why I was not doing well. Turns out his wife is best friends with the OMW. Small town, sort of. Anyways, she talked to the OMW who confronted the OM at. He claims that they did talk about personal things beyond work but that he will stop that now because he does not want it to be construed to him having an affair. I also found out she has been bad-mouthing me for some time at work and that she considered the marriage over. The other man also said that nothing has nor will happen. He is a married doc with 3 kids. What he and his wife don't know is that I have a lot of texts and emails between them that are not flat out saying they are having an affair, but infer things, and talk about when each other will be at work, odd hours. And my wife is always so nice to him in the messages. It's driving me nuts. And to think everyone else is thinking I'm nuts is making it worse. She is planning on moving out in a few weeks and tells me that I am trying to fix our marriage too little too late. And this is besides the possible affair issue. I am so sure that they are having an affair and they both deny. I don't know what to do. She doesn't know I can see her texts and emails I don't think, but there isn't anything solid. They have places at work that this affair could take place. I'm afraid if I confront her with all the evidence I have she will just leave. I have thought about the exposure part but I don't have rock solid evidence. I don't know how to take that to her parents, which is where she will have to be moving as I told her I wouldn't be leaving our house. I don't want to make it easy for her to leave. A huge part of me believes there is something going on but I am not 100%. We have been together our entire adult life. I'm not sure what to do without her. She is a great mother and hard worker. I think she is slipping away and I'm not sure how to stop it. I feel like she gave up on our marriage because of her infatuation for this OM. Like I said earlier, we have had issues, usually the same ones, but I believe we can work past them. More so now that I have been trying so much more. Please tell me I'm not crazy and what I should do. Comments. Not exposing the affair is protecting and enabling their affair. Send the messages to the OMW. Let her decide what's good for her marriage by knowing the truth. If she had the info you would want her to give it to you. Your wife is telling you she will leave anyways regardless about the affair. She has been bad-mouthing you behind your back and making you out to be crazy. Expose her for her actions. I'm sure those emails have enough proof that they are more than friends without the direct word texted. Explain to everyone that she was also buying new clothes and dirty underwear and it wasn't for you. 600 texts a month is a hell of a lot to justify. Nobody will believe that friends BS. Your wife didn't want you to go to the party because she was scared about what you might say. You should not have fallen for that BS and went anyways. Now you see how manipulative she can be. In short, do nothing and rug sweep, you will lose your wife. Expose and confront, you may lose your wife anyways or you may snap her out of the fog and reconcile. OP responds, I don't feel like I can expose to the degree that this will need exposing without at least one piece of concrete evidence. I think that they will just explain it always. I think the OMW will minimize at other wards. She is a doc as well at a different location. But I know they pull big numbers between them, and I doubt she is willing to risk that for circumstantial evidence. And I know I am being weak by not wanting to lose her here. We have been together 10 years and we are 25. So, all of our adult life was formed together. I understand that codependency is playing a factor here. I'm not sure what to tell her parents if I don't have anything concrete. I already talked to her dad and to him we are having problems and that I suspected an affair, but not the details. I love my wife very much, probably too much. I also love my kids and think that us staying together is the best thing for them. But my wife doesn't seem to be snapping out of it. And not sure how to get more evidence. There is a logger on both the cell and laptop, however she can always use a work phone or have another act. Although I don't think so. I discovered the other day that she started using iMessage on her iPad, which would be a first for her as she never did this before. I am guessing because she suspects her phone and everything else is being watched. I didn't even think to check the iPad. Happened to look and there was a message on there from the other man. Nothing bad, I think, just work stuff. I am wondering if she is trying to make me look crazy with this twisted little game so that she doesn't look so bad when she leaves. I'm lost. She told me today that she is moving out and taking the kids. I said I don't want to move the kids and that we should take turns staying at the house with them for a while and try and establish a plan. She seems against this. I also demanded 50-50 custody and she is saying not a chance. She said that is something I have to earn and deserve. I haven't been there for them in the past, why should I get them now? I was always too busy working or trying to make things better for the family. I am guilty of not spending enough time with them though. I still want this to work. I am lost and don't know how to gather the strength to let her go. I am hoping she will come back around in the next year, but I honestly don't know how to manage waiting that long. Yet I don't want to move on. Don't know how. Can't stand the idea of her finding another man. I don't want another man raising my children. We were supposed to live out our lives together, fulfill our dreams and raise our children together. I have tried exposing it. There are only a few people that believe me. I do not have rock-solid evidence, and I am sure that if it is continuing it has or will go underground. She is making me out to be the bad guys, and only my friends and family know that I am not. She lies to her friends about who I am and thing I have said. She is twisting and manipulating words and her friends to serve what she believes is best. I know all the stuff she has done and said, yet I still want to reconcile. I know I shouldn't, but this is the woman I pledged my life to and created life with. I feel like I don't know her right now. I have already seen a lawyer and she is going to see one today. I am hoping that her lawyer will explain that if this goes to court it will not be up to us anymore, but the court. I don't know what to do. I'm lost and feel like an idiot for allowing this to happen, and for trusting her so much. I also feel weak for not being able to just walk away. But my kids are too important. I have to stay and fight for them. I texted the OM and told him we needed to go have a chat in a public place. I'm not entirely sure of what I'm going to say yet, but I do want him to know that I love my wife and have been trying for quite some time to fix our marriage, maybe incorrectly but trying. I am worried about the legality of the text messages I have gotten through software, and the keylogger. I pay the cell phone bill but both of our names are on the account. She was the one that originally opened the account though. OMW doesn't believe or isn't willing to act on it at the moment. I have seen more convincing information and I am tired of dealing with it. Every time a new turn of events happens it brings back all the pain. Wife still denies everything and she moved out. She said she needs a month to try and figure out what she wants in life. I don't know if I want her back. She continues to lie and cheat. How could I ever get past that? Why would I want to risk it for the future? I don't think she even feels bad about it yet. She is still lying to me about trivial things. So silly. I deserve to be happy and have trust and respect from a significant other. Why would I want to settle for anything less? I have given her countless opportunities to come clean or at the bare minimum stop lying about stupid little things. And she won't. So why should I keep trying? Keep caring? I deserve someone better. My biggest fear is that she is taking out children along for this wild ride. I don't know that I want her back. I listened to all of the advice. It doesn't occur anywhere but at the workplace. He is not stupid and neither is she. And I'm starting not to care. Why continue to revisit the pain? Why would I want to ever trust her again? Am I wrong to not want to revisit this stuff? She doesn't deserve it. And I deserve better. What could she possibly say or do that is going to fix this? Every time I look at her, I see her as a dirty person. I don't know how or why I would ever want to trust her again. We will see what the future holds for me and my kids. I am on the fence still, but I think it is leading toward divorce. Don't know why I would want to continue to subject myself to this type of behavior. Keep everyone updated. 180 is in motion. Update. After acquiring the evidence, I am confident in divorcing. I have asked the #1 lawyer in talk, and he said I will make a strong case. However, it will be 50-50 split in asset. However, I will not need to pay her anything else after this. The kids will be with me and she will get them for the weekends. This will be the best outcome considering the situation. I hope I am doing everything right. My comment, this is the best situation OP can hope for, and you know what? One of the better endings in a while. Story 2. I am a 39-year-old male. 4 weeks ago, I was browsing through my wife's work notebook, I know, very bad, and came upon a list she had drafted of bills and apartment rent with her income and thought to myself, well crap, that isn't good since we are married and live together in a 4-bedroom house with one 9-year-old son. I realized that we have become a little bitter self-absorbed. Our bonding life has been very bad as well. Largely my part, I have social anxiety and depression and was self-medicating for a very long time with alcohol that got worse and worse because I could not get any sleep, constantly worrying about everything. No interest in bonding and pretty much ignored the physical intimacy that my wife desired without even realizing it due to my mental state. I am functioning fine at my job, have a good career, but often dodge meetings, con calls, classic avoidance behaviors. I realized that things were falling apart and wasn't happy with myself, so I went to psychiatrist 5 months ago and got on meds. I did not tell my wife about this, which is a classic trait of shame, despair by individuals with anxiety disorder. After taking the meds for 2 weeks, my wife found the hidden bottle and just freaked out that I had not told her. A big verbal argument ensued where I explained the reason, which she repeatedly said to me that I did not need this medication and either you quit taking it or I am leaving you. We both cried together and I agreed that I would quit the meds. Well, 4 weeks after I found her above-mentioned list, she has separated, left me today and moved into a new apartment. I feel terrible and know she has a hardened heart towards me since I show very little affection, intimacy, and was plain bitter and angry, not violent, during my drinking over the last year. I have not drunk alcohol in 4 weeks and joined a codependency men's group, gone to individual counseling, trying to get involved in church again, got back on the meds, will seek cognitive therapy for the anxiety. My wife has always been very controlling and I feel like she always has to have her way. She now has built her walls up and checked out completely. I had to live with her for the last 4 weeks knowing last weekend was D-Day for her moving out. I am in a pitiful state of affairs. I have repented all my wrongdoings. I never cheated. I am a classic nice guy, have all the traits, so I'm reading the book. As sad as our relationship has been, I want us to work it out. I am way overdue to change my ways and am working towards that. Work on myself with therapy and any means available. I may go to AA since they are a pretty good support group. What advice can you provide to unharden my wife's heart towards me? She has trust issues with me since I did not tell her about the meds. Also, she recently changes jobs and there is also a possible E or PN out there that I am unaware. Overheard her talk about a guy at work to her girlfriend, but she swears up and down there is not and she is leaving me because she is done. I take responsibility for much of this, but she never once spoke up months ago, suggested marriage counseling, physical counseling, anything where we could have maybe nipped this before it got to the current state of despair. Please help. I am a train wreck right now. VAR the wife a few weeks ago and blocked it out on my subconscious. I haven't been completely honest with you guys. While listening to the wife, she was discussing a co-worker, I assume with her toxic friend, proponent. Well, it sucks. I haven't seen him all week. I'm waiting for him at lunch. He usually takes a full hour for lunch. I had to run to X and was going to take him with me, job-related task. But I waiting and he hadn't showed, so I had to run. I came back after the meeting and he was out on a site visit, so I missed him. Monday he called in sick and Tuesday I was at the other office. Wednesday was my work at home day, so I hadn't been able to talk with him all week. She is not wearing her wedding ring after separating. I know this could be an honest crush with a younger co-worker, employee who has her ear and is really attentive, telling her all the right things. Whatever it is, my gut is telling me this crap is over, her and I. Should I pull the plug out of limbo hell? I guess I just want the truth. She has repeated that I am not leaving you for someone else, but no ring and this crap and other behaviors tell me otherwise. What is my next move? Asked her tonight, so are you not wearing your wedding ring anymore at all? Her reply, I not doing this right now. I have had a long damn day, while she hurries out of the house to her car. I am 2 weeks in and trying to get mentally stronger, still hanging on to hope of getting wife back, but realize if nothing changes and I don't become stronger, what's the point, as I and her will still be miserable. How do you get motivated to do the heavy lifting on yourself? Winter is tough time to do it. I am in individual therapy and men's coda group and it helps. How do you quit obsessing about the wife? Where is she? What is she doing? Damn, it's tough. I am reaching out to friends I grew away from that went through their own share of relationship issues, trying to get around men to build that masculinity back. I do have an individual counselor and have spoken with a few attorneys. Basically, they said you could file or wait a little while. I spoke with a bunch of folks here in NOLA, divorcees, women and men, and they all said it's over, work on you. Talked to a female attorney until 3 a.m. last night and a Russian hottie the previous night. Felt good, trying to get my swagger back. The attorney wants me to stay and hang out tonight, but another night here and I will need detox. You know, when the wife informed me she was leaving, I immediately quit drinking, tried to change myself, read self-help books trying to find what she is looking for in me and bring it out. What a pathetic waste of time. I won't try to change for her if she has no interest in working on her own issues and sleeping around behind my back. You guys dating chicks, how do you find them? Went to a dirty bar, got a lap dance by a 19-year-old hottie, talked to a Russian babe for 2 hours, talked to a 30-year-old lawyer from midnight to 3 a.m. over beer and coffee, slightly overweight, could have stayed an extra night and bagged it, nothing helps. What will help me snap out? Single sites, hookers, I need a fix. Without my wife I need a sense of self. Ultimately I want her, but it looks less likely every day. I hit the weights tonight once my son went to his mother's and also hit the road bike trainer. Damn, I feel good and strong tonight. I have lost so much weight worrying about this crap. I could easily get in the best shape of my life. Get ripped for some young honey down the road, and first and foremost for myself. I need to get off the Marlboros as well. I am in a better spot tonight. We'll focus on fitness, eating right. You guys are a hell of a support network. Don't know what I would done without you, would be lost as hell. I really need to do the full 180 and quit this partial 180. I am attempting to save my marriage, wife separate 4 weeks ago. I can't be for sure she is seeing someone, although it is a possibility and usually turns out that way from all the posts I have read here. My wife has been throwing me some scraps. We watched a movie on Saturday night, ate dinner on Sunday, all small talk crap. She is still very distant and I have not brought up our relationship. What I need to know is, should I get her something for Valentine's Day or ask her to dinner or make any effort at all? Also, her B-Day is 2 days after Valentine's Day. Should I even put forth the effort to do anything? My B-Day was 2 weeks ago and all she did was call and wish me a happy B-Day. I know it looks as if I am weak and hanging on, but if I don't do crap, I do seal my fate. I have been talking with a Brazilian girl on a dating site. I'm supposed to meet her tomorrow night for a date. I was supposed to meet my wife tonight, Friday, for a friend's night out. She called at the last minute. I missed the call, left a message saying she had some urgent work to do for her job, state job, Child Protective Services, which I guess I believe. Anyhow, I texted her back saying that got your message. I got men's group tomorrow night. Can you watch our son? We can keep him tonight. Oh well, I tried. Thanks for letting me know. My dad was with me and said you did everything you could. Anyway, we go out to eat and 30 minutes later my wife calls back bawling saying she wanted to go so bad. I said in a stuttering manner that I want us to go. She was still emotional as hell, crying, so I think there is something still there. Am I too naive? So my response later that night via text was, let's go tomorrow. Sat night. However, this would mean I would need to break off my date with the Brazilian girl who I don't even know but kind of like her. What the hell should I do? Please response immediately, Conrad, whoever is out there. I will also see my wife at baseball practice. I haven't seen her in some time. I wonder if she is missing me. Am I a lapdog? Should I play hardball and go out with the girl who is 8 years younger than me? I had a date set up with the wife and she canceled just before due to work via a voicemail. I texted her back, I understand you have to meet work commitments. Oh well, I tried. At first I was like, that is such BS to my dad. He was in town and we were taking my son to the store. We went to the local sports bar for dinner and my dad could see I was in a defeated mood. I was most certainly going out with the Brazilian the next night. Well then, my wife calls me while eating, bawling on the phone saying she really wanted to go tonight but work had, and she had to go in. At first I said I had men's group night out and could not reschedule. Obviously I could not tell her I was going out with a Brazilian I had been texting. I guess I could have. Anyway, I ended up going out with the wife. We initially passionately kissed when I picked her up. After dinner, we went back to her place and I put the moves on her and we ended up in the bedroom. At first I thought she would resist and then it was on. I have tried to get her to let me come over so we can hook up since then, but she is still keeping her space. Our main issue in marriage was intimacy. She now says she wants to work on the marriage. I have cut my drinking down considerable and quit taking meds. Cold. I know you are not supposed to do that, but oh well. We have a cabin rental in 2 weeks, just her, me and our son for 2 nights. Anyway, I am feeling better, spirits are up. If she had someone else, would she be doing all of this with me? Is this fool's gold, or does it sound like I am turning the corner towards reconciliation with her? I have an update to my situation and would like to share and ask for additional advice. After a lot of effort on my part and a reconnection to my wife, she has returned home and has been here for well over a month. I ask her if she is happy and she assures me she is and want to be with me. We are looking at buying a new home closer to her work and selling our current property. Our bonding life is good. We had intimacy issues prior which may have triggered her leaving me. See previous posts for info. I am trying my hardest to connect with her on an emotional intimacy level and think I am doing the best job I can. I still have a few concerns that may or may not be warranted. I am severely insecure about the 2 younger guys she works with and supervises. I have a previously taped conversation where she was discussing a guy from work with a co-worker when this first began. She indicated on the call that she had not seen or spoke with him all week and it sucks. I assume it is her co-worker and she is the man's supervisor, but never confirmed or brought up to her the taped conversation, for obvious reasons. While it could have just been an innocent talk about guys at work with her girlfriend, it nonetheless disturbed me and got me obsessing over it. I may remind you that his was in the initial stages of our separation right before she moved out, 5 months ago approximately. My wife often brings up her conversations with the two younger guys at work and they seem really harmless and she has to interact with them as she supervises their work. However, this really makes me insecure because I have the taped conversation from our troubled period talking about a dude at work and how it sucked. She hadn't seen or talked to him all week. We are sleeping together several times a week. She seems satisfied. A few times I did not satisfy her, if you know what I mean. Am I just being insecure? Do I have a right to be? Is this normal? I have always been a paranoid type of person. Anyway, should I trust my wife enough to plan on a new home purchase? Am I being too damn insecure? The fact is she is here back home. We are doing good on the surface. She wants to move with me, so that appears to be a commitment to the marriage. We are sleeping together in the same bed. She seems happy. I just wonder if she is thinking about another man when we are sleeping together or something to that effect. She also lost a lot of weight and looks damn good and dresses really well for work, so I get insecure at that, but that is the age we live in. Everyone wants to look their best. Please provide advice. You can say I am nuts, anything will help. She is fairly impulsive. I just don't know if she is sincerely in love with me or just going through the path of least resistance, and something may occur down the road. I am one of the lucky ones to get my wife back, but just want to know it's real. I am so damn concerned she is going to leave again, although she says she is happy. Got her back. What now? How do I ensure I keep her? I have been trying to show her more emotional intimacy, hugs, kisses, etc. I really love her, man. I put my arm around her today and she said to me, "Why are you being so touchy? I am not used to this," and she looked into my eyes. I asked her, "Does it feel right?" and she said yes. Just confused, man. Want to make sure she is in it for the love between her and I. I have cut my drinking out and she won't do marriage counseling with me, says she doesn't believe in it. Maybe I am being too much of a pansy, but I really want to connect with her on an emotional level, like in the movies. Does that really exist? I am worse off now than when she was gone worrying about us. How do I keep it going, show I truly love her and have her fall completely in love with me? Life is something else, isn't it? An update, a turn for the worse between me and the wife. I thought everything was going well till last night. I have been stressed so much about her moving back and it is really making me go nuts. We attempted to sleep together last night and my penis went limp, which I believe is all stress related of me trying to satisfy her. I don't believe it is the meds. She said, "Don't worry about it, we'll try again tomorrow." I was really upset that it occurred and apologized to her. Anyway, we have been moving strong and fast while selling our house and looking for a new one closer to her work. Our house will sell probably within a few days, and the thought was we would buy a new one and reconcile. Last night she dropped a bombshell about us. See, we had a potential house buy fall through just recently. She said that maybe that is a sign and she wanted to slow. She said maybe we should rent and see how it goes. She began crying and I asked why the change of heart with us, and she said she is confused and wants to seek. I see. I said, "Are you having a change of heart about us?" and she said emotionally her heart shut down 2 years ago. I asked her if she thought I could soften her heart back towards me and she started crying and said, "I don't know." She then said, "Once my mind is made up, it's made up." In a nutshell, she seems unsure if we are right for each other even though we have been together for 17 years. She said maybe we have grown apart. I said I would spend every waking minute if every day to break through to her battered heart. We both started crying. I asked when she started getting second thoughts and she indicates about 2 weeks ago. Have I damaged her beyond repair where she will not let me back into her heart? She says she still wants to try, but is it a moot point? I thought we were doing well, but apparently not as well as I thought. Can a woman's hardened heart be unhardened, fellas? What the hell do I do now? Cut my losses and move on. It hurts again so damn bad. Feeling like I did when she first left. She said she detached emotionally 2 years ago. We have a child together. I love that little fellow. If we split, I won't see him as much. He is 9 years old. Need legal advice. I am ready for the divorce. It's over. I feel peace that I did everything and the wife has an EO or worse, and I was never happy with her anyway, but I stood in there like a nice guy D-bag and tried to save marriage regardless. She says she is emotional detached. Well, no crap, so was I, but I played the whole "it's all my fault" game. I am in a predicament. I make about $100,000 a year and she make about 55. I live in North Texas. I want to go for a 50-50 split child custody, but understand judges don't necessarily like to do that. The wife appears to be on board with this. My child support to her would be a differential, $47,000, in salaries, 20% of net following taxes and Social Security. We have a home that just sold. We will make about $60,000 of the sell. Right now, she has an apartment and I have nowhere to go yet. She wants us to both buy smaller homes in the same area so the 50-50 would work. The judge may screw me anyway and I get the standard possession order, where she gets the kid 10 days every 2 weeks. Should I jump through her hoops right now and move in the same school district or do something different? I really don't want her to get the standard possession order and I have to give her 20% of my gross. It would sicken me. She would be living larger than me. Do I make the move or say duck it? She has the power no more and get an apt and file in our county, or move to the other county and play nice guy, get a house nearby her. What to do? Please help. The house closes sale in 2 weeks. Need help? We'll talk to a lawyer in the next few days. Free consult. I do want to support my kid, trust me, not trying to get out of it. She plays words with friends all night and would be horrible for a 9-year-old boy to stay with every night. She sleeps a lot, depressed, I think. I honestly think I am the better parent for my son. She is aloof. I find myself at a bar and don't know anyone, just sitting up here having a beer, no girls and bunch of dudes. It's lame how the hell you get out of the divorce blues. Crap, I need a date or something. I am in North Texas. Any you want to go out this weekend or Thursday? I'm a beta male bro. How you get your alpha back after your wife took it? It's damn pathetic, but what else do I do? Sit at home all night. I'm the oldest be here. What did you guys do? I feel like I need a date or something to fill a hole. People tell me I'm good looking and I make a chunk of change, but I feel invisible. What cures this despair? How did you beat it? My support system is in other states. I have a few friends here, but they are busy with their lives. What am I seeking? I need to feel good and loved again. My comment, do you guys think alpha exists? If so, would OP become one in the ending? Part 2 ending is coming in quick, and be sure to subscribe to see the ending ASAP.